What's up, everybody? This is Information Man of the Information Man Show. Let's get into it right now. This is a story that I've been wanting to go over for a little while now, ever since it broke news. You've got this guy by the name of Telvin Osborne. I think he has some alias names that he goes by, Ruckus, Tailboo, I don't know. But apparently he was in an interracial relationship. He has a white girlfriend, and some funny business happened where he ended up deleted, meaning no longer alive, no longer in the third dimension. She took his life, claiming that she was cleaning her weapon. She had some sort of weapon, a firearm, as they call it, and claimed that she was cleaning it and that there was some type of accident. Of course, she didn't get arrested in the beginning. Go figure. Come to find out, her father is a sheriff in this town. This happened in some sort of, backwoods town somewhere. And this is a lesson that I think black men and men in general need to learn, that when you get into a relationship, an interracial relationship, there's no need to put down the women of your race. If you don't like the women of your race and you've moved on and you find someone of another race that you like, that you groove with, then just leave it at that. This guy, he took it to a whole nother level. I'm not saying that he deserved to be deleted, to have his life taken away, but I find it ironic in all the things that he was saying in his social media about how he put this woman on such a pedestal because she was white, that this whole thing happened to her. Now, there's plenty of guys on YouTube over the years that have pushed the narrative of let's leave black women, let's get with other women. You get with whoever fits you the best, right? I'm not hating on anybody that wants to meet other people of other races, if that's your thing, right? But I'm going to say it again. If that's your thing, don't put down your race to put another race up, especially when you can end up 6 feet under, okay? Because so often, I'm going to be honest, black women are demonized as being the kind of women that would put you 6 feet under when you've got other race of women that can do the same damn thing. What I want to do right now is I'm going to play a sister from TikTok that's breaking this whole story down. I'm going to show you some clips, and I'm going to go into his social media, what was left of it, to show you some of the things that he was saying and some of the pushback that he was getting. Once again, we don't want to see people get deleted, get their life taken away. But at the same time, I'm sure when it comes to the black women out there, it's hard for them to have sympathy for this guy, given the way he was talking about black women. So let me go right over here and let you see exactly what I'm talking about. This sister right here is breaking it down. Check this out.
You hear about the man in Georgia who was shot and killed by his girlfriend, yet she wasn't arrested because she said it was just an accident. At 5:45 on Sunday morning, the police were called to the home of Telvin Osborne, also known as Telbo Rackens.
Now, he goes by this alias name of Telbo Rackens. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Like I said, he's out there in some town, out there in somewhere in some country type spot. I guess he's in the South somewhere. I believe this was what, Georgia or something like that. And let's hear some more.
In Midville, Georgia. When police arrived, they found Telbo deceased from a single gunshot wound to the chest, and his girlfriend, Hannah Grace Cobb, admitted to shooting him. 28-year-old Hannah Grace Cobb is the mother of Telbo's 2 children, and police say she's fully cooperating with the investigation. Yet, Telbo's family says, why is there investigation? She should be in jail. More details emerged, and it turns out that hours before Telbo was killed, the two had went out dancing at the club. And when they returned home, she was reportedly drunk, and she took out a weapon, began cleaning it, and claimed that the weapon misfired, shooting him in the chest.
And it's the thing about it that's crazy, everybody, is that what's crazy about this whole situation is that when this took place and she told the authorities, they didn't arrest her right away. They gave her the benefit of the doubt. Now, let's keep it real. If this was a black woman that had did this, a black man, if it's us that do these things, do you think we're going to get a benefit of the doubt? Now, they arrested her eventually, but they gave her the benefit of the doubt to the point that you had family members calling and demanding and getting on social media saying, hey, my cousin, my brother was taken out by this woman, and what are y'all doing? Help us. So I just think it's ironic in the way that he put this woman on a pedestal to the detriment of black women, in the way he talked about black women, and then turned around and this happens to him. You gotta be careful, guys. It doesn't matter what race of woman you get with, or any woman. If they're not stable mentally, they've got issues. If they're jealous of you talking to other people or whatever their issues are, it don't matter. It can happen. There's a lesson for us to learn in this, that sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side, or therefore anyone of any group or race can do some harmful stuff to you. You don't have to put your own race down to put another race up that you didn't fell in love with. It's crazy. Let's hear some more of this. This is really, really crazy.
But nobody believes that. Most of all, his family, who have questions that nobody has been able to answer. Telbo's brother, Roderick Osborne Williams, questioned, why wasn't the gun on safety while you were cleaning it? And who parties, goes home with their significant other, and immediately starts to clean a gun in a...
Boom. That doesn't make any sense. Like she's saying, you partying, you out with your significant other, y'all supposed to be having a good time partying, dancing. And then all of a sudden he ends up no longer in the third dimension because you've deleted him. You cleaning a firearm of some sort. And then you give on a cockamamie story that doesn't make any sense. But then once again, I'm going to say it again. She had her papa, her daddy, who was a sheriff in this town, who, let's keep it real, he must have had her back 110%. Let's continue.
Middle of the night. Roderick believes this is a cover-up and Hannah Grace is about to get away with murder. Researchers actually found footage on Telbo's Instagram story from hours before the killing, and it shows Hannah dancing wildly at the club and pointing up the gun sign at Telbo while he's filming. Here you can see Hannah dancing in the club and pointing the gun symbol at Telbo while he's filming. The camera seems to linger on these girls a little bit too long.
Let's stop that and let you see that a little bit more, everybody, where she's talking about the camera. Let's go right here, and there we go.
Dancing wildly at the club and pointing up the gun sign at Telbo while he's filming. Here you can see Hannah dancing in the club and pointing the gun symbol at Telbo while he's filming. The camera seems to linger on these girls a little bit too long, and watch Hannah's face. She's giving him the death stare.
Now let's bring that back. Maybe there was some jealousy there. Let's see this again.
A bit too long, and watch.
Boom, there she is, as the lady is saying, giving him the death stare.
Watch Hannah.
There, right there. Frame by frame.
His face.
And there we go.
She's giving him the death stare. Here she goes again. Neighbors who know the couple say that Hannah has always been extremely possessive and controlling of Telbo, and they believe she is capable of hurting him intentionally.
Now, isn't it something that his neighbors, the people that live around him in Georgia, this small little town I guess they live in Georgia, are already saying that they knew that this woman was capable. Hannah Cobb is capable of doing exactly what she actually did. So the warning signs were already there. This guy, Telbo, or Telvin Osborne is his real legal name. You mean to tell me he didn't have enough? This is why we as men, we have to learn a lesson from this. If you are with a woman, she's over possessive, she's controlling, she's overly over the top jealous, and then the people that you're hanging around or people that know her are already putting it out there that they believe that she's capable of doing what she did to him. While this man is putting her on a pedestal at the disrespect of black women, saying things like he would never sleep with, oh, wait till I get to that. And then he ends up deleted.
Tell the truth.
Now he's in a situation where his family has to do funeral arrangements, the whole 9 yards. And I think he has kids, beautiful children. Now, I don't know if they're kids from another relationship. They look like they're biracial, or kids that he had with her. But it's all a shame. You correct me in the comment section of this video if those children, beautiful children, if those are kids that he had from this woman, Hannah Cobb, or did he have them from another woman? So now they're the real victims in this because they don't have a father. Although a father who had some issues with the way he saw black women, and these children have black blood in them. It's just crazy how this all works. Let me continue this.
Intentionally. Do you think Hannah shot Telbo by accident, or is there some kind of police cover-up?
Hell no. Hell no, everybody. Hell no. No, there's no way in my mind that I believe that this was all an accident. I think she did this under the influence, but not only that she was under the influence, but I think it was already in her, given the fact that, as you heard her say, there were people that said that she had a propensity for this type of behavior. Now let you listen to his cousin, but let me put this up here right quick right here. Mark Stevenson, this was off of social media. I think this came off of the X area. My cousin's girlfriend, Hannah Cobb, killed him Sunday morning and is claiming that she got drunk at the club and came home to clean her firearm at 5 a.m. and it accidentally went off. Her dad is a cop, and currently she has not been charged in Butte, I guess, County. Sheriffs have already been shown more details on this. Now, this is what happened prior to her. This was happened prior to this woman eventually being arrested and now being charged. And they're going deeper into investigating the whole situation. But let you hear from his family member right now. Check this out.
This woman right here, this is Hannah Cobb. Hannah decided to go out to the club with my cousin Telbo, who's right there in the video with her. This past weekend, got drunk in the club, came home, shot and killed him, and then told the cops that she was cleaning her gun at 5 a.m. in the morning. So my cousin is dead.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know this is crazy. You know, everything about this is crazy. Who is cleaning their firearm at 5, something like that in the morning after coming back from partying with who is supposed to be your boyfriend that you're supposed to be infatuated with, because he damn sure was putting her all over the pedestal. But let's hear some more. This is crazy.
She hasn't been charged with anything. And the police are telling us that it is still under investigation. Like, what am I not understanding here? First of all, she was drunk. She said she was cleaning a gun at 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Facts.
And y'all don't find that suspicious? If anything, she should need to be arrested and charged with negligent homicide. But we want more. And if we don't get more, we're going to show y'all the power of our family down in Burke County.
All right. He said we want justice. Well, they did get an arrest. There was an arrest that was put out there. Let me put something up from social media because people on social media was all over this. This is a lesson that we as men need to learn, and that is we need to really examine the women that we're involved with, where they are mentally. As I'm going to emphasize again, people said that she was extremely possessive, extremely jealous.
Tell the truth.
And I'm pretty sure he had to be aware of this if she had this behavior that everybody else could observe. Not that you would think someone would take your life, but nowadays you just never know. And the thing about it, again, I'm going to say it is ironic, is that he put this white woman, this Caucasian woman, on a pedestal above black women, saying nasty things about black women to put her on this pedestal, and then she ends up deleting him out of the third dimension. This is a shame. But check this out right here. I want to put this up. This is from social media. This girl, Hannah Grace Cobb, took the life, deleted her boyfriend, child's father, and is getting away with it. She came home from the club drunk and decided to clean her, as we know, whipping, and accidentally shot him. Apparently, her dad also is a sheriff. They ruled it an accident. Have you heard about it? So people on social media was already talking about this. But also, this reminds me of another case. Remember the case of it was a black guy who was in a relationship with another white woman who was, I guess, a model or something. Remember this case right here? The OnlyFans model, Courtney, arrested for the murder of boyfriend on April 3rd, 2022. Christian, 27 years old, was unfortunately stabbed to death in his apartment. Police initially believed his girlfriend acted in self-defense. Remember, another situation in which you have a Caucasian female who takes the life of a black man. They take her and give her benefit of the doubt, just like they did with Hannah. Same situation, gave her the benefit of the doubt, didn't arrest her yet, right? Same situation where this woman right here, who this guy, once again, was crazy about. And you could see footage of her beating on him on an elevator. He didn't hit her back or anything like that. And same situation where she took this man's life with a knife. And then the police were willing to say that it was self-defense, but she has since been charged with his deletion, everybody. This was back in 2022. Similar scenario where an individual, a white woman, is able to take the life of a black man and get some benefit of the doubt. Why am I saying this? Because this is the lesson that we must learn as men, and to black men, we must learn this lesson. And the lesson is, if you're happy in a relationship, an interracial relationship, be happy in it if it's going well. But don't sit up there, talk negatively about black women, and then the woman that you're with that isn't black, she ends up trying to take your life. She's being verbally abusive, physically abusive, so on and so forth. This woman right here was verbally and physically abusive to this cat right here, Christian, right? To the point that she took his life. Same situation with this Hannah Cobb. Took his life, and I guess apparently his children are not, I believe his children must be from another relationship that he was in. Looks like they're interracial relationship. Look like these children are of mixed race. So I guess these must not be her children biologically, but his children from another previous relationship. I'm not sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about my assessment, but it's just similar to this situation right here that happened some years ago. Make a comment in the comment section if you remember this case vividly, not too long ago, a couple years back. Now, here is the official news report of them eventually arresting her. And this is crazy, folks.
Arrest has been made in a shooting in Burke County. The Burke County Sheriff's Office announced today that Hannah Grace Cobb was charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of Telvin Osborne. Osborne was shot in the chest at a home on 4 Points Road on Sunday and pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators say alcohol was involved and the shooting was not accidental.
The offenses committed leading up to the discharge of the firearm included simple battery, family violence, and reckless conduct. It is reckless to go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm into an argument. It is reckless to engage in an argument where there's pushing and shoving going on. And those are the predicate charges for the charge of involuntary manslaughter.
Sheriff Williams says more charges could be coming as the investigation continues.
All right, so there it is. That's the sheriff's department. Obviously, they're in a town somewhere in Georgia, Butte, I guess, county, whatever they call it. It's a shame that this whole thing is taking place. But then this guy exposes himself for being a person that really didn't have good regard for black women. But I got some surprises for you, because for you guys out there, black men and men that are watching this in particular, you may say, oh, come on, Info. He didn't like black women. That's his prerogative. he not only didn't like black women, but he had a disdain for black men as well. I'm going to show you the receipts on that, everybody. But let you see this report from Rashad Ritchie from TYT. Just a short little report, the way he broke it down.
They shared early Sunday morning. Sheriff Alfonso Williams said Tuesday that Cobb, 25, has been charged with involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter, okay? Cobb is being held at Burke County Jail, said the sheriff, who stressed that the shooting was not an accident. Now, I want you to remember involuntary manslaughter, all right? So the shooting occurred after, quote, both parties had been drinking, end quote, said Sheriff Williams, confirming the couple fought before the fatal bullet was shot. Cobb and Osborne lived together and had 2 children. Quote, the offenses committed lead.
Okay, I want to make sure I have this right. So correct. So 2 of their children, they had 2 kids together. And when you look at this picture right here, I guess 2 of the children that are on this picture, Cobb had are Telvin Osborne or Telbo, or Raucus, whatever nickname or whatever name he uses. I guess apparently 1 or 2 of these children here on the picture he had with her. And he may have had the other children with a different relationship. I'm not sure. This is all very, very interesting.
Up to the discharge of the firearm included simple battery, family violence, and reckless conduct.
Damn shame.
Sheriff said during a news conference on Tuesday, It is reckless to go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm in an argument. It is reckless to engage in an argument where there's pushing and shoving going on.
All right. So I just wanted to give you a little taste of Rashad Ritchie. I love what he does over there on TYT. I think he's the only one that keeps it 100% real over there personally. But now I want to get into this because, unfortunately, you know, we don't look for anybody's life to be taken away. But then, you know, I gotta admit, it's hard to get behind a situation like this when you see that this guy has such vitriol towards not only black women, but black men. And I'm going to show you that. Some of you may not even realize, because I'm pretty sure that most of the attention has been paid to how he has put her, Hannah, the one who took his life, on a pedestal and has talked down about black women. That's been talked about, and I'm going to bring that out again here, but I'm also going to bring out the fact that he also had no respect for black men as well. And what I want to do is I want to show you this. This is from one of his, I'm going to show you some of his posts. So here's his post right here. White girls, you could tell what versus black girls, right? He put this out July 20th, 2012. This is just to see where, let you see where his mind was at. And then check this out. This shows you his mindset. Here's a pitch. Here's a breakdown of Telbo, a reckless. His damn name is Osborne. This is his real name, everybody. Now, Osborne is saying right here, white girls are fun, right? Then he's got white girls do it better, snow bunnies. Then he's got, he puts here, if I F a dog before I F a black, I hate to say these words, y'all, but I'm gonna put it up in front. I mean, I get so clean just to watch her lust. That was the best, he says, fucking party I've ever went to. I swear on team white girl. So you see, this is where his mindset is that. I'm going to get to that, the one about the dogs, that he would rather have sex with a dog than before he would have sex with a black woman. He basically saying that she has to be white. Here he is with her right here, putting her on a pedestal. He says, thankful for the little blonde blessings of mine. Like I said, it's nothing wrong if you're interested in other people of other races, but you don't have to put your own race down to put that race up just because you feel good because you got one, right? So here it is. Let's go. Let's enlarge that clip right there. Thankful for the little blonde blessings. And then here it comes. Check this out. This is how he put her on a pedestal, everybody. I'll kill for her. This man, isn't this ironic This woman took his life. And this fool is sitting up here talking about how he would take the life of other people for her. He's saying that he'll delete for her, and I'll delete about her, and I ain't scared to say I'll die about her. So basically, in a nutshell, he's saying that he would take the life of someone. He would take someone's life in her honor. Hannah Cobb, who took his life, showed him no respect, right? So this man is pledging about how he would take the life of someone for this woman. That's what he would do. That's what he's about, that business. He's about that life. Talking about he ain't scared to do it. He's basically saying that he'll die when it comes to being about her. That's what he's saying here. I ain't scared. This is the mindset of this dude right here. This is the mindset of where he was at. Now, here's the one that everybody really raised everybody's eyebrows. This is the one right here that's raised eyebrows. Let me show you this right here, everybody. Boom. He says right here, Telvin Osborne, his birth name, he says, I'll F a dog before I F a black female dog. You know what that word, I just don't want to say that word. I'll F a dog before I F a black female dog. It gotta be white dog. So this fool, I'm sorry, he's no longer here, but he's a fool to me. This fool actually sat up here and said that he's showing you that he had so much hate for black women, so much vitriol for black women, so much anger towards them, which shows you that he's got some other psychological issues going. This is the lesson, brothers, that we must learn. Nothing, anyone of any race could do exactly to you what this woman did to him. While he's sitting up there putting her on a pedestal because she's white, I bet you he didn't figure that this same white girl that he put on a pedestal was going down the line, take his life, take him away from his children. This fool is sitting up here saying things like, I don't fight. I don't, let me read this again. This is crazy. This fool's talking about, I won't F a dog before I F, before I F a black B word. She gotta be white, though. This is the mindset. This is the mindset of this individual. So that shows you everything you need to know about his mindset, what he's all about, and what have you. Now,
tell the truth.
Let me show you something else. Let me show you something else that I think was interesting. When he did this, everybody jumped on his behind on social media, which they should, and called him out for what he is. And check this out right here. This guy right here said that he was deleted by his white girlfriend. I'm not saying, now murder is a legal term, just so y'all know. Murder is a legal term. They have to determine, right? I'm not saying that he deserved it. However, given his dating history and alleged social media post, there is reason to believe he was a he was a raccoon swirler. Before I say rest in peace, I gotta know the Carfax. Okay, wow, that's pretty harsh. Now, Unapologetic Black says Snow Bunny deletes black boyfriend. It's not really funny because nobody wants to be deleted, but he says deletes black boyfriend, Telbo Ruckus, who real name is Telvin Osborne, deletes him after leaving a club party, and she claims she went home cleaning a gun, and you know the rest, everybody. She claimed that it was an accident, right? Discharge from her firearm. Now, Osborne or Telbo had a lot of negative things to say about black women. She has not been charged yet. Now, this is before they charged her, but they have charged her, everybody. This whole situation is crazy, okay? Just as crazy as all get out. And apparently, he had a family member, a guy who claims to be a cousin or something, who's making excuses for the way that this man disrespected black women as he puts the white woman on a pedestal. The lesson learned in this is that, gentlemen, just focus on your relationship. You don't have to put your own race of women down because you're happy with who you're with. But beware when you do that, because the woman that you're with that you think is better than black women could possibly be capable of doing what this Hannah Cobb woman did to Osborne. It's just weird how that can work. Everyone wants to live. No one wants to be deleted out of this existence. But that's the problem that I have with people who get into interracial relationships, whether it be black women who do the same thing, where they'll talk about black men like a dog because they've got a white man, a Zanny, or a black man with a white woman. If you're happy in your relationship, you don't have to put your own race down to confirm that what you got in your mind is better. This is crazy, but check out his cousin. This is a raw video. He seemed like he ain't really that, too smart up there in the upstairs. Check this out.
Y'all black bitch know y'all ain't shit. Ooh, sweet baby.
Now this man says y'all black, you know what's talking about the women that y'all know that y'all not, you know what. This is crazy.
Jesus. Ah.
This is crazy, y'all.
Yeah, they don't want milk. They don't want milk. They don't want milk.
So basically, everybody, he's basically on social media. And what happened is people are coming after him. They're talking about his cousin. And they're also talking about him. That's why he's acting irate here. You'll see. Let's see. Check this out.
I tried to grieve in peace. Motherfucker call me every 30 seconds. Hey, man, you see what this is about?
So basically, in a nutshell, he's basically saying that he's trying to grieve over his cousin or his family member in peace. And people are saying, hey, do you know what's going on social media? They're talking about your cousin. So that's why he's going off here like he's going off, okay? Just so y'all know.
I got to tell these people, hey, man, y'all stay off Facebook, man.
But he sounds ignorant, everybody. He doesn't sound...
Tell the truth.
I say it again. Damn right, my cousin said he'll fuck a white dog before he...
This is crazy. It freezes for a
One
moment.
of you
but
black miserable bitches.
See? Listen to talk that he's
That
talking.
was terrible. Had your duckers in a row, he probably would fuck with you. Ain't nobody time you drummified bitches. Look, this is exactly what he was talking about. This better yet, y'all showed the prime example why he said he'll do what he did.
So you see the ignorance. That man, I'm not even gonna call him a brother, y'all. He is the brain has been wasted on him. He has no brain. He sounds ridiculous. Because this is why he sounds dumb. It wasn't black women that took, you talking about you're grieving over your cousin. It wasn't black women that took your cousin out of the third dimension. It wasn't black women that took his life. It wasn't black women that went out dancing with him, went home playing with their whip and their firearm and took his life. It's not black women that have made your family members, meaning his children, have no father now. It was Hannah Cobb, a white woman that he put on the pedestal while talking crap about black women. Isn't that ironic? That's the lesson that should be learned here, or one of the many lessons that should be learned in this situation. And that man sounds like he's got marbles in his mouth. Sounds like he has maybe a elementary school education. I don't know. Now, check this out. You think that this man only had disdain for black women? Nah, he didn't even like black men. This is for black men out there who are basically saying, hey, I'm siding with the guy when it comes to what he said about black women, that he'd rather have sex with an animal, a dog. he'd rather have sex with a dog before he'll have sex with a black woman. Well, he didn't like, for those of you black men out there that are supporting his thought process on social media, he didn't like you either. Let me show y'all something right here. So he said this on social media too. You want to see your future? Look at who you hanging around with. Breaking news, you need to hang out with people who fit your future, not your history. Well, this is who he was hanging out with, y'all. This is who he felt some kind of way about, y'all, right here. This is who he hung out with, right? So here are the good old boys that he's hanging out with, right? There ain't nothing wrong with having friends of different races if that's your thing, right? But it's ironic that none of these so-called friends he's hanging out with, they didn't come to his rescue. They didn't get there and they didn't stop her. It was already reported that people that knew her, and I'm sure that they knew her, said that she was a hothead, that she was a time bomb ticking. So this is what he was on. He felt that he had arrived, everybody, because he was hanging out with white folks, right? He got his cowboy boots, he got his cowboy hat, and we know that the real cowboys were black, so I'm not hating on that. But we see him hanging out, and I guess the message is you gotta worry about who you're hanging out with. What is he saying, black men and black women? He's saying that he don't want to hang out with black people. He don't want to hang out with you ninjas, that you ninjas are the problem. But then he was taken out of here by somebody that was of Caucasian persuasion that he thought was better than us, right? So he's saying it's about hanging around the right people. You need to hang out with people who fit your future, not your history. Well, these are the people that I guess he felt that was going to be a better future for him, right? Because he didn't like, I got to be honest with y'all, he didn't like black men either. Check out this post right here that he put out. He said right here, I don't fight white boys no more, but I will beat dog shit out of black dudes, though. You hear what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. Read that, everybody that's listening, looking at this damn video. He said, I don't fight white boys no more. So that means he used to fight white boys. I guess that's what he's saying. He don't fight them no more, but I will beat the dog crap out of a black dude. So what am I saying? He didn't care about you black cats out there. So any of you black cats out there, black men that's sitting up here saying, I agree with him in his assessment about black women. Yeah, man, tell it. Well, you're looking real silly right now because this dude didn't even like you. This is who he hung out with. These are the people that he wanted to be around. He says right here on this caption, read it. I don't fight white boys no more, but I will beat the dog, you know what the word is, crap or shit, out of black dudes. So he didn't have respect for even black men no more than he had respect for black women. He basically didn't have respect for his own race, which is why he put her on a pedestal at his own detriment, because now she took his life. And this is why people on social media basically went in on the guy. This is why it happened like that. I wanted to put that up there because that's showing you his mindset. It's not only that he had a disdain or disrespect for black women, which was most prominent, but he also didn't care for black dudes too. As he said, I will knock a black dude out because I'm not going to fight the white boys no more. That's really what he was saying. Tell the truth here. Okay. So tell the truth. I'm not saying at the end of the day that he deserves to have his life taken away, but I just think it's ironic that with all the talk that he was doing towards black women, and he made some statements about black men, that him being put in an early grave, his demise came at the hands of the very woman who comes from that group that he looked up to, I guess, white people. I guess that's what he's really saying here, that his demise came at the hands of a white woman that he so put up on a pedestal, as you can see right there. He was team white girl, as he said. Tell the truth. Let's have fun. Team white girl. Right? They do it better. I would F an effing dog before I would F a black woman. That's what he's saying, y'all. Real crazy stuff here. So everybody, this is the Information Man Show. You know I'm always going to bring you the information, give you some insight, a little different than other folks sometimes. And make sure you share this video on all your social media. Let people know about the channel. Share this in all social media. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you already have, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you make a comment on this video. Like the video. And I want to say thank you for watching this video wherever you are in the world. The whole situation is a shame. I hope I was able to break this down to a T. I know this story has been running around for a while. I wanted to do this story a long time ago. However, my take on this is that this should be a lesson for us as black men and men in general to realize that no matter what race of woman you're with, you better make sure you know them well. You better make sure you do your homework. You better make sure you assess them. And if they have tendencies of being possessive, aggressive, dangerous in this manner, you may need to consider that they shouldn't be in your life anymore. I don't know. I would imagine that behind closed doors, he was having his struggles with this woman, because you just don't up and take somebody's life just like that unless there's been some problems brewing already. Everybody, this is the Information Man Show. Y'all take care. I appreciate you, and we'll do it again. Peace.